I got you, people. Well, today I'm gonna talk about getting tickets and fighting tickets. But I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a professional, right? So don't take everything I say accuracy. Well, to me, it's accurate because I know what I'm gonna do, right? And my information is my own information. Whatever you have in your place is different from mine. So a couple of days ago, I had parked in a pedestrian ramp, right? And started doing construction. They put all these new ramps, but the ramp doesn't have any crosswalk, right? So if somebody were to cross, they need to be crossing on a crosswalk where the pavement is painted with stripes and things like that, and signs that say this for pedestrian crossing, or light, or some sign that says pedestrian ramp crossing, right? But that the ramp didn't have that, so I parked my truck right next to the ramp. And I left home the next day. I came back, I had a ticket on my truck. So I decided to wait, because sometimes they write these tickets wrong and they don't go into the system. So one ticket showed up, and that I paid, because they had footage of me doing the violation. So I paid that violation, and so the other ticket with the ramp, right, the pedestrian ramp, never showed up. But then a few months later, it showed up that I had to pay $165, plus they gave me interest. I guess because I waited and it exceeded the 30 days, so they gave me a penalty of $10. So the total was $175, and this is the city thing that they sent me, and I took a printout, right? So they're charging me $175. So I went to the courts, and I asked to see the judge. So they gave me some paperwork and a number. I went to see the judge. The judge told me to sit down. He said, "Let me get your paperwork. Show me your license." All right. So he was looking at the paperwork, and he said, "Okay, I don't have to see nothing else, and go to the window and you get your decision." So, right, this ticket for parking in the pedestrian was dismissed. See what I'm talking about, people? You have to contest everything that people bring up charges against you, because most likely this person won't show up, will not fight, because it costs money for these businesses and corporations to bring in out a lawyer and pay. So they'd rather just see if you automatically play guilty, pay the fine, or you're gonna contest it. But from my experience, I contest everything. I fight everything until they can prove to me that I was guilty. And most of these cases, I always get these tickets dismissed. So my ticket was dismissed, right? And it was now $175. So I didn't have to pay because the judge dismissed it for whatever reason. That's why you gotta take it to the judge to see, because they have a list and they know, because they do this every day. The ticket was improperly filled, incorrect, wrong description and wrong codes and all that thing matters. So the descriptions. So for whatever reason, the judge dismissed it, and I didn't have to pay the fine. So that's why I say you have to fight everything and contest everything. People say, Tony, you're a troublemaker, you're always causing trouble, you're always arguing and fighting with people. No, I'm not fighting with people. I'm contesting what they're charging me of, and I want to make sure that they can prove what I'm being charged of, that I'm guilty of. So I never play guilty. I already learned that I've been in the worst scenario cases, and I'm thinking that I'm going to be found guilty, and they just dismiss the case. Whatever reason, they dismiss the case. No evidence, lack of evidence, mistrial, whatever, misinformation, things like that. But that's the court's decision, right? So they dismiss it, so I'm happy. So I don't have to go nothing out of my pocket. And you see people getting mad, arguing with the judge and things. Listen, you got to be prepared when you go to a court hearing and things like that. You're going to have your evidence, your documents ready and things like that, and have a plan of how you're going to express yourself. So usually I keep quiet as long as they answer me the questions. Or I think that he made a wrong decision, I question it right there. And then, I don't wait till the last minute. But anyway, the ticket was dismissed, and I said I didn't have to pay anything. So the person that wrote it, just wasted on government money that usually taxpayers pay. They wrote a wrong ticket, and that's print paper that's got to get printed from taxpayers' money that's gonna go down the drain because he didn't get 1 cent out of me. And with that, people, I let you go and you think about that. Contest everything that's against you, and with that, I let you go. I'm not gonna pay that. Most likely, I'm not. I never will.